Hello there, minions of technology. My name is Tim Lee. Welcome to Legacy Studio, episode number 4 of Uru, Ages Beyond Mist. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I feel like I already said that, but honestly, I really mean it. Okay, so just thank you. Thank you. I'm just so emotionally, so happy you're here right now. In any case, we have stuff to do. And today I'm going to try and catch up on some of the comments that you guys have sent in. A very long list of comments. So once again, as we've done in previous videos, if you do enjoy the comments, then please, it would behoove you to stick around. But if you are wanting to get right into the game right here, as I'm saying this, hopefully there's some kind of text popping up that will tell you when to jump forward in the video. Because I want to make sure that as many of my followers have the opportunity to shout out what they wish to shout out. So we're going to be doing this for a little bit. All right, my friends, I think we're going to be at this for a while, but I'm looking forward to it. So let's start getting right into the comments, starting with Tony Allen saying, I'll be of little help in Uru because I tried to forget this silly game and was pretty successful at the goal. Well, guess what? We're about to remind you just a little bit. Also, Smithsonian's back says, you will not finish this in a short time, even if you decide to play it. If you have an entire trilogy to go through, which will take you much longer than Myst 4, if you really want to do something in a short time, just skip to Myst 5. Now, I am the king of Myst. We're doing this. Horatio for Uru says, while ranking Myst games is subjective, anyone that says Uru is silly or not worth playing is just plain wrong. As someone who ranks Uru as a second only to Riven, the absolute best, please give Uru the attention it so deserves, and it will get that, and then some. As an artist, make sure you take in the amazing art style, fantastic audio ambience, and story. Don't get bogged down in issues like game control. You'll get used to it. Or avatar design. It's a 20-year-old outdated proprietary technology. Play the game with the game core Myst principles. 1. Explore. 2. Examine everything. 3. Ask what is going on around you and what is your current goal. 4. Pay attention to the story. 5. Don't give up. I promise that if you try to immerse yourself in Uru, it will be rewarding. If you try to nitpick its issues, you won't enjoy it. Be positive. You really think I'm going to be positive about any game period? Okay. All right. Anyway, I promise that if you try to immerse yourself in Uru, it will be rewarding. If you try to nitpick its issues, you won't enjoy it. Be positive. You will discover how beautiful and immersive Uru can be. That, of course, will get a like and a smile. And honestly, I need to go back here and do this one as well. And I think I already like Tony's. Yep. Okay, good. Oh, boy, this is going to be a bumpy ride. Haha. Yep, Terabyte, we're on it. My guess is that Uru will have more episodes than Myst 4, but that it will also be a more enjoyable experience for you. Maybe. Okay. Tim, this can't be a Myst game. I love when you use my emoticons. You're technically not wrong, though. Uru is in the Myst universe, but not technically a Myst game. You'll discover more of that as you go. Unfortunately, I've played this only once, so I'm less of a walking hint guide than for other games, but I'll try to be helpful when I can. And Michael Morton is excellent with his comments. There's some really cool Riven Easter eggs in this area of the game too, which is super cool. I just enjoyed seeing the thingamabob who'sama what's it that was, you know, there, that looking glass thing. Been waiting for this one and really hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it once you get used to the game quirks. I loved watching you play Myst and Riven. Though I have to admit, Myst 4 is so painful for me that I couldn't stand watching your series. Not the game, not you. Well, thank you. I don't blame you. Uru is fascinating because it was intended to be an MMO. But an MMO where you could be alone if you wanted. Originally, the game was going to expand regularly with new ages to explore and a storyline playing out that you could become a part of it. So many factors contributed to its being canceled, and the fan community is still debating the why. If you've ever watched the television series Heroes, that's the case for that as well. I feel like there's a little bit of every Myst fan that wonders what might have been. Cyan released a ton of concept art and barely started age assets a while back, and it's just incredible to see the scope of what they had planned. When good things go wrong, unfortunately. Yeah, good on you for attempting this beast of a game. I think you're correct to take a more relaxed spoiler policy with this one. In fact, playing with an audience might be the closest approximation you can get to the originally intended experience. People are quick to blast the developers for unfair puzzles, but remember, a lot of the Uru team also worked on Riven. It's fair to say they might have had some idea of what they were doing. The whole Uru is a single-player port of an MMO, which is why you have to do X, Y, and Z sermon, is practically a meme at this point. But here's the truth. When most of this stuff was being designed, they weren't expecting players to actually reason it all out by themselves. That would be ludicrous, as anyone who's completed the game would agree. You do some exploring, figure out how a few of the easier puzzles by yourself, and probably get stumped on the harder ones, or even fail to recognize they were there. So then, you'd go to a public area, ask other players for clues. The developers didn't consider this cheating. It was literally designed into the game. There's even 1 or 2 puzzles so obscure that they might have expected days or weeks to pass before anyone managed to crack them, almost like riddles for the community to solve. TLDR, or I think it's too long to read or too long. I looked this up. I forget what that one is. Just have fun exploring and ask lots of hints. Rand Miller says it's okay. For the record, your comments are all fantastic. I'm loving this, 100%. And you know what? I truly get exactly what the game developers were thinking. Because think about how amazing this is. Think about escape rooms in real life right now, where you can go into an escape room with a party of friends and solve these hints, solve these clues. That is exactly what they tried to make in an online formula. What a wonderful idea! I bet if the same effort was put into recreating that game now in 2023, I would suggest that they could really create something amazing. I could see it on the level of some humongous MMORPGs that we've been seeing that have stuck around for a very, very long time. World of Warcraft, for instance. I could see that being that way. And I think when it comes down to it, technology hadn't quite made its way to where it is today, where they could probably do something truly incredible if Uru had a second go-round. Okay, Emily Rose Lacey Nichols says, for the key mapping, my guess is that you can click into the box on the right side of that screen and type whatever key you want to use. No guarantee this will work, but it seems logical. Also, there's a ladder leading down to the giant crevice. It's visible at 1725 and the other side from the windmill, just in case you were distracted by the funky navigation that you didn't notice it. And we've gotten a couple episodes in, but I'm reading everyone's comments anyway. Epic Fox says, hey, so glad you're playing Uru. Some really cool stuff in this game when you can navigate how different it is. Will always be available for help whenever hints are needed, as some of these puzzles are downright evil. Love the channel. Thank you so much, Epic. Sean Hammond says, as I mentioned in my email to you, the game is split into 3 sections. Prime Ages Beyond Mist, DLC 1, The Dunny, and DLC 2, The Path of the Shell. For the best experience, I would suggest playing through the content in that order. I believe I already read this comment, so I am going to skip past it. I believe I might have read it in a previous episode. One tip I can offer is toggling between first and third person POV. The camera angle in third person aren't always the best, but sometimes there are some things that are easier to see more completely from that distance. So if you're physically stuck or can't get the right angle on something, F1 usually helps. And look at everyone who liked that. That's great. And I need to remember to go back and like your comments. I'm so sorry, guys. I promise I'm reading them. That is why we are doing this. Okay, let me get this one and this one. I'm so sorry. I'm enjoying to read them. I'm enjoying reading them, and I'm forgetting to put the marker on it. Well, folks, hang on tight. This one will be interesting. That's my comment. And William Poneth says, I played Uru and loved it. It's going to be a place you'll park part of your mind for a while. Have you read the 3 books by Rand yet? No, I'm sorry. I have ADHD. If you read them here, I have no doubt we would listen. You see how bad I read. Do you really want me to read a whole book to you? I need a lot more channel members before I go and do that. All right, that's great. Let me look up our next video here. So Tony Allen here says, all right, I'll comment. There, you happy, LOL. So we had a little drama in the video, and I think this one's live. I don't recall. I'm pretty sure it's live. I had some stupid happened in it. Michael Morton makes a very important point that I didn't notice. At 650, he says that is Dunny. And honestly, the world of Dunny is absolutely gorgeous. I really do love the overall style of the Dunny world. Very, very cool. All right, glitches and technical difficulties, no spoiler. 3150. It didn't specifically block you from jumping, but the physics engine in this game is kind of wonky. If you jump while you're too close to a wall, the friction will slow or stop your upward movement. Fun fact, these specific barriers and the doors beyond them are open in the online version. They lead into DLC 1 content, though. So this is one example of the offline version being a little better curated. At 3245, you're not technically delayed. The game is designed to always play like you're in third-person mode. The delay you're experiencing is actually the beginning of the jump animation playing out. If you can't see it, since the camera isn't clamped into the player's head during it, if you prefer playing in first person, as I do, and I definitely do, it's one of the things you'll want to keep in mind during some of the more platforming-intensive sections, along with the momentum while running. 5030, I think the dinging is an audio glitch. That's the sound of the glowing white ball. I was wondering that. And the lore on that is a fire marble. In Bevan, when you kick it around, seems like it got stuck and just kept repeating. Restarting the game should fix that. Lore notes and online-offline quirks. At 2308, it says, I would recommend reading at least the first book on the top shelf now. That first book talks about the Prime Ages, the ones you've visited so far. The second book covers DLC 1 Ages, and the blue books on the bottom relate to DLC 2 content. 2346, the ability to open these latches without pulling out the book is a holdover from the online version of the game, okay? There, if you invited a player to your island, they would only be allowed to use the books that you had previously opened the latches for. Wow. In the offline version, there is no purpose to being able to open these latches. All right, good to know. 24. Note the button below each book. That square with a dot in the middle is a Dunny number 0. If you press that, the book will recess into the shelf. You leave this island while the book is recessed. It'll delete the book and reset the age. You never need to do this to progress. But if for some reason in the future you want to resolve an age from scratch without restarting the whole game, this is how you do that. This sounds like a dangerous button. 3140. The lore of this game is what many people felt called... Oh, excuse me. The lore of this game... You really want me to read a book? Really? When I can't even get my friends' comments right? The lore of this game is that many people felt called to the desert and to the city. A group came down and established the Dunny Restoration Council, or the DRC, formerly Dunny Restoration Foundation, DRF. This group has been working on repairing the city and restoring access to the ages. Some events occurred that you'll learn about as you play, that resulting in the DRC packing up and leaving. What you're seeing is the remnants they left behind. I love my comments. You guys are incredible. A couple tips for the world you are in at the end of the video. And this is spoilers. There are 2 places in this age that have extremely awkward physics, interactions, and puzzles. It'll likely be a while before you get to them, but I'll call them out now so you're aware. The first, you'll come to a dead end with a raised bridge and a lever. Pulling the lever won't do anything. You need to take a running jump at the raised bridge to get it unstuck. Then pulling the lever will lower it. Wow! Wow! This is the only interaction of this kind in the game. Praise God! If you follow the path past the sun machine, you'll come to a dead end with a broken hallway above you. Near the end of the age, you'll find yourself in this walkway. You can jump off to return here, but if you stand near the end of the broken walkway and jump straight up, then you'll land the whole walkway. Oh, when you land, the whole walkway will lower down, and you'll be able to go back and forth at will. Again, I believe this is the only interaction of this kind of the game. Below the solution to the bucket puzzle you were considering at the end of this video, because I feel like it can be a little unintuitive from where you're at. At 1 hour and 2 minutes and 20 seconds, you'll need to ride the buckets. I knew it! I knew it! Pulling that lever again will stop them moving. Right in front of the bucket is a place where the railing is bent. Stop a bucket there, and you should be able to climb in. While the buckets are stopped, you'll need to pull the lever and then jump into the bucket before it starts moving. I remember it being kind of fiddly, getting the bucket to stop at the right place. After they've moved, but keep trying and you'll get it. I know it, and I hate it. All right, lots of comments going on here. I think let's get into the whole conversation here. Nuclear Craft says, the linking book that you carry around to get back to your hub has a couple of rather special properties, which I don't think had been seen previously in the lore. The first is that you can use it while already in the hub world. And the second is, as you've noticed, that it isn't left behind when used. A lot of comments here. I love the conversations that I get to see here. Based on how linking books have been established in the lore up to this point, both of these things should be impossible. This is where Uru and Myst 5 start to drift into Yeesha magic being the reason how some things work. Sean Hammond, true, although I must admit it's quite useful in the Mystcraft mod for Minecraft. And you had my attention when you mentioned that. I did see that. Nuclearcraft. Yeah, Mystcraft is honestly the whole reason I first got into Minecraft. Michael Morton plays Minecraft. And then Nuclearcraft says, Michael Morton, it's certainly a great mod and cool how it uses Narayani poems as the pages for descriptive books, even if that's not really how it works in the lore. Very cool. Once again, I haven't been liking comments. I'm sorry, guys. Please know I love you guys. I know I'm terrible. I'm a terrible human being. I know it. I'm going along. I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my thing. Okay. Let's see here. And like I promise, I love your stuff. And you don't know how important these comments are to making a difference against the algorithm. Your conversations in here make a difference, truly. Excuse me. Sean Hammond, 4 days ago. I have a lot of notes from this episode, most of which are explanations for some of the quirks you've come across. I'll break this into a couple comments by topic. Due to the scope of this game, and that, for the most part, there are multiple puzzles that you can tackle at any given time. I'll hold off on giving hints for a particular puzzle until you've spent time trying to solve it, and it seems like you've gotten a bit stuck. A few general tips and things to keep in mind while you're playing below. Minor spoilers. You guys are awesome at your comments. I say it again, you're awesome at your comments. At 7:24, unlike previous Myst games, there are a number of dead ends in Uru that exist solely for world building or teaser moments. This balcony is one of them. The tablet here has some interesting drawings on it to consider, but the main thing you're supposed to see is just the city neighborhood below you. At 1450, you can take pictures, but you need to get the camera first, or more specifically, your key. You'll find it in the age where you saw the cones and the mask, which by this time we do actually have our key now. At 1555, thankfully you don't need to learn the Dunny language. Oh! You only need to know the numbers. Ah! I hate the numbers! I hate the numbers! In fact, you need to know fewer numbers than you did in Riven. Where Riven asked you to learn digits 1 through 25, you'll need to know 1 through 6. And they're on the pillars with the spinning tops. In the gallery, you need a refresher on those. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna live. 2339. Remember, books that have a hand symbol on their latch are part of Prime. Books with a tent symbol are DLC 1, and books with a spiral or shell are DLC 2. That'll keep you on track with your objectives. 3130. Key is the number 3. Oh, so key, K-I, is the number 3. Okay. Nope, he's answering a question that I mentioned before. 47 minutes in, Bevan, also referred to as the neighborhood, or hood, we'll go into the hood, I'm going to remember that for the rest of this game, is positioned as a place to get started in the online version. Yeah, that honestly makes sense. It feels that way. There are a number of other links and such around. Another example of the offline version curating your path. This place plays a part in the DLC 1 content, but isn't important right now. 4844. This is the Nexus, and I love that you use the word Nexus, or that they've used. So my company's name is Legacy Studio, but I have an off branch of Legacy Studio called Nexus Streaming. And Nexus Streaming is where I do live streaming for different companies around my town here. Nexus, the word Nexus, And believe it or not, I got that from Joe Biden as he was talking about someone who passed away and about a funeral. He called her a nexus. And I was going, what on earth does nexus mean? So I looked it up, and I absolutely loved what I saw. A nexus, an area of key focus, a place that everyone should be paying attention to. And that's where I came up with the business name Nexus Streaming, so that when Nexus is streaming, that is what you should be watching. So I love the word nexus. It's honestly a favorite word of mine because of that. This is the nexus. It provides access to a number of places. And by the way, it doesn't matter if Biden, Trump, or Obama would have said the word nexus. It caught my attention. Doesn't matter what president said it. It provides access to a number of places that would be publicly accessible in the online version. A link here has been added to the yellow book on your bookshelf. You'll be able to do more here once you get your key. I would strongly recommend avoiding this place until you've completed Prime, though. Everything in here is for DLC 1. And apparently I made him laugh at 5340. I love when I make you guys laugh. 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 28 seconds in. Keep in mind these words were designed to work like real places. So, it takes time for an elevator to travel. There are places in this game where you have to wait a bit because realistically, you would have to. Of course, if the elevator is stuck or locked, it'll never come. But keep that principle in mind. Good point. I think that covers all the comments for this game, so let me go and check my other videos now. All right, continuing on. I think I might have jumped to another video, and I think I might have gotten off track, but we might be on track here again. Tony Allen says, this ain't your daddy's Myst. I love it. I love it. I consider it lazy puzzle design to have playing hide and seek with magic claws as the foundation of these ages. And I agreed with him that the hide-and-go-seek of the cloths is a little wonky. I do absolutely love solving puzzles within the worlds. The mini-game off-kilter, I mean, like mini-game stuff. Doing stuff that feels like a mini-game, I'm not a fan of. But traveling around the world and doing connections, like powering things up to be able to in one part of the world to activate something else somewhere else, I love that. I think that's fun. And honestly, Uru has not let me down so far. There have been some really fun parts that I've enjoyed in the first couple episodes. William Pond says Judge Dredd on Sega was a really bad game that he played. I asked, what are some of the games that you have played that you didn't like? The Joyful Dragon says the game Malicious is probably the game I hated my experience with the most out of any game I can remember. Assassin's Creed Unity was another one, as I was bored. I was so bored, I started having an existential crisis while playing it. Lewis Winsberg, I don't think that skeletal bone figure is the fish from Riven. I think it is the top of the cage that opens up and you drop the person as a sacrifice, which I thought those skeletal structures were also that exact same fish. That's what I thought anyway. Emily Rose Lacey Nichols says, I can't believe there wasn't an option to give him Birkenstocks with socks. I support that. Birkenstocks would have been a good move. Okay, Sean Hammond says, 4145, you're okay, you didn't break anything. Tiny spoiler about what's going on. I know you said you probably don't care about spoilers for this one, but I'm still going to tag the hints just in case. These books just move to the left-hand bookshelf inside the hut after you visited them for the first time. And then Andrew V says, how unintuitive. I agree. There needs to be a little bit more explanation on what just happened. Because, yeah, that gives you a little bit of yeah, just makes you uncomfortable. I've played plenty of games that were not good. But I'm struggling to think of one that I didn't enjoy in some way. I can usually appreciate a game's world design or storytelling even if the gameplay is not particularly fun, and I can find some enjoyment in that. Maybe some of the Telltale Sam and Max games. I played through one or two of those, and they just felt like a slog the whole time, and I found them more annoying than fun. I don't recall thinking there was much redeeming about those, though it has been many years since I tried them last. Stacy Campo, who has popped out of the woodwork as an amazing commenter. So, Stacy, thank you for all of your comments. I deeply appreciate them. LOL, the Mickey Mouse gloves will make a little bit more sense later, but I'll probably stick to thinking of them as Mickey Mouse gloves from here on. And you should. because I will do so many Mickey Mouse voices throughout this game series. Oh boy, I love my gloves. Now, being able to put the Relto book, and I guess I'm seeing several people say the word Relto, so I'm guessing that's the name of the age. Being able to put the Relto book on your belt and have it travel with you is unique to the book. So I'm going to assume that when you're saying Relto, you also mean hub. So I think I'm probably getting that right by now, right? So let's see. Usually when you touch an image in a linking book, you go somewhere, but the book stays put for someone else to use. The Relto book, being able to travel with you is special and means that location is for you alone. And actually, if you think about it, it was one of the key factors that made Riven so awesome, because you had to play against Dad to get him stuck in that prison book. I loved that part of Riven. That was an amazing storyline for Riven. The dunny lettering next to your name when you're in the wardrobe just says to Dunny. You won't need to revisit the language. Minimal use of numbers later, and you can make your way through those things with a little guesswork easy. And if you may have figured it out already, you see, you really want me to read a book to you on here? But saves are different in this game. You can't make fatal errors in puzzles that will get you stuck forever or killed, so you also don't need to save each step of the way. There are save points that you'll figure out eventually, but every time you start the game up, you'll start in Relto. If you ever do get completely stuck, I can currently only think of one such spot. You can also go to the bookshelf in Relto and press the reset button under the book. It's a square with a dot. That resets the entire age without changing anything else outside of it. I don't have a worst game yet. I've only been gaming for about 6 years. Played Myst and Riven as a kid, and Super Mario Brothers. That's about it. I'm terrible with Super Mario Brothers. I've come across games that had issues that made them frustrating, but that was more bugs and glitches. I can generally find something I really enjoy about every game I've played so far. My luck is bound to run out someday. Emily Rose, Lacey Nichols says, "You jumped into the lava. I'm crying." Also, the pedestal books are on the bookshelf with 2 books you didn't want to touch. Don't panic. Maybe don't jump in the lava, though. 2437. There's actually an Easter egg where you can look from there. Oh, there's actually an Easter egg where you can look in there. Oh, I see. From what I remember, it's a little on the involved side, though, and I think you need to play through at least some of the DLC 1 content before you can do it. Horatio for Uru says, "As you've discovered, you can't die in Uru. The Relto book on your hip lets you automatically panic link back to Relto anytime you're in danger. So rest assured, you're always safe in Uru." At 1954, from this point onward, Cyan started to take a very awkward approach to storytelling, namely that everything that happens in Uru and Myst 5 are real events that happened in the real world, and that everything that came before Myst, Riven, Exile, Revelation, and the books, they're adaptations of the journals left by Atris and his family. They also decided that it would be a good idea to communicate important lore to players via in-character posts in their forums. I think I remember reading this too, but I'm going to reread this part at least. All that to say, there are a number of things that don't make a whole lot of sense unless you consider a bunch of information outside of the games. There's only bits and pieces of this in the offline version, though, so you shouldn't really find much that you'll be completely in the dark about. And I'm pretty sure we've covered a lot of this, so I'm going to go ahead and skip on. The fact that the remains of the Fissure Telescope are there means that this is where the stranger originally found the Myst book. And I still like my comment. If that doesn't give you chills as a Myst fan, nothing will. Alright, here's all the comments from Episode 3. Tony Allen reminded me, make sure, like, subscribe, comment, and share. So that fun little button that I have, I think it's this one, that isn't going to work in this mode, apparently. Thank you so much. That doesn't help me at all. Oh, I know why. And anyway, I need to add share to that because, yes, sharing is incredibly important if we're going to get anywhere. Nuclear Craft says, "Quite enjoyed how your Scottish accent momentarily faded into a Cockney Mancunian, and Brummy." I like my response. A full mix to make sure I am diversifying and being inclusive, of course. What else we got here? One tip to save a bunch of frustration later. Make sure you explore every nook and cranny of these ages. Some of the journey clothes you're looking for are journey clothes. Okay? You're looking for are hidden in rather unfair places. You've missed 3 already. Oh, what? Really? 1 in the age you got your key in, and 2 in the age you're in now. Spoiler below. In the key age, there's a pile of rubble in front of you after you jump across the chasm. You can climb up and over the rubble, and there's a cloth hidden behind it. In the age you're currently in, go to the raised platform with the second lens machine. There's a cloth on the right side wall of this platform. At the top of the light room you're currently in, there's a button that closes the door. You know what to do. Ah, I see. And we must look behind the door. Glad you're enjoying the game so far, and you're making great progress. A few no-spoiler responses to things you asked. At 2:15, I did mention it in one of my comments in episode 2, but admittedly I had a lot of comments on that one, so easy to miss. At 6:47, At 8:28, the official name for your island age is Relto. But the hub is very accurate description. 15:55, I think you can hit escape, and 18:30, also buried in one of my comments from episode 2, DRC stands for Dunny Restoration Council. So, for the record, most of the comments, I am finally seeing them for the first time now. Truth be told. Because I wanted to make some progress before I actually read the comments, but now I'm realizing with how many comments are coming in, I'm going to have to do my part and read them immediately in the start of every video. I think this is going to be the situation where we're just going to have to get right into the comments right away and just go ahead and continue that. Because, yeah, obviously we've caught up a lot, and we have a lot of amazing folks that made a lot of great suggestions. So we actually have some areas where we can really make some progress now, which is awesome. All right, well, that took a humongous 33 minutes, but I have enjoyed every bit of it. Would you do me the honor? Let me see if it works this time. There we go. To like, comment, subscribe, and please share on your social medias. That would mean the world to me. And then once, as always, leave that comment down below. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for leaving your comments, for hitting that like button, and telling the world that these videos should be watched. The only reason this will work is because you have done that. Thank you. All right, we got a game to play, people. In saying that really quickly, I have turned off the music in this because most of the videos that we've played in Uru so far have been copyright infringement. So I've turned off all the music. I'm sorry. I want to enjoy the music, but the reality is I can't continue copyright infringement at a certain point in time. We either need to make some money in the channel, we need more members in the channel, or something, because this is the taking the place of other things that I should be doing that pays paychecks. And if you know some of the inside things going on in my life right now, as some of my members do, you understand how important that is right now. So let's get to work. We have an amazing game to play. It's time to have some fun and get back into this. So let me go ahead and go into first-person mode. I do personally prefer first-person mode. My F1 is not working on this keyboard. Interesting. Okay. That does not help me. Okay. Okay. So I don't remember where I ended last. So I'm going to go back into Fancy Book here because I want to go take a look at that 1 through 6 language that I am supposed to recall. And I think I took some pictures of it, but I want to go ahead and start by making some quick notes as well. So let's go ahead and quickly run over there and have a look-see. Okay, something is definitely wrong with my keyboard, and it's a different keyboard, so that is partially to blame. Does this keyboard still work? See, that keyboard still works. Okay, I need to solve this little situation here. Hang on a second. I really hate how quiet this is. I really hate how quiet this is. Definitely hate that. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can get away with putting any audio in here. I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to turn up the audio just the smallest touch, just to see if we can get away with it. But yeah, this is far too quiet for my liking. But maybe that's the point of being in here. But let's see what happens. I gotta remember what key command I programmed this to do. Game settings, music. Oh, that's gonna be a dead giveaway. Nope. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I hate to do that, but yeah. Okay, so is this an order of 1 through 6, I assume? I'm gonna have to write those down at some point. I'm honestly not gonna do that right now. Now, something I do find interesting is if we look at this shape here, that I think looked first person. There we go. That I think looked really similar to right here. So it's not exact though, but it's definitely a thing. So these are somehow important, I would assume. Okay. So I'm sure that's important as well. Those do seem like the same design. Excuse me. I might, if I'm really desperate, I might put in some music in the background here, but admittedly, I'm actually probably going to be canceling my subscription for the music service I use, which I really don't want to, but unfortunately at this point in time, I can't really afford it, so I make no guarantees whether or not we're going to do that. It's just the nature of the beast right now, unfortunately. Okay. Once again, not entirely sure how this works with, not entirely sure how this works with what we need to do, but I guess we'll find out in time here. So I'm still trying to learn all my key commands here to, okay, not what I meant to do. That's Relto. There we go. Okay. Okay. I do find it very interesting that that is moving around. And 1, 2, 3 blue, 1, 2, 3 red, 1, 2, 3 green, 1, 2, 3 white. Okay, so there's 3 of each. I haven't gotten to this place yet. Let me do this, though. So I'm supposed to go take a look around pretty carefully for those cloths. So let's go and take a look at those cloths. So I do like the lore on the DRC. I think that's pretty cool information. I do like that a lot. So let's see what we can find. So apparently it was the second tier. I thought it was this tier actually. And I feel like maybe I did find it, didn't I? Wasn't it on the back side of this one? So maybe I found it and then I confused the... no, maybe it's the other side. Let me see. Nothing here. Oh, is this it? Oh, okay. So maybe I didn't find it. Okay. Alright. And... oh, I made it. With a burp. That was a little awkward, but yes, I did make it. So... I'm gonna look through every teeny tiny little bit of this. And if I get... oh, that was another burp, sorry. If I get really, 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 really desperate, or as my wife and I joke, desperate, then what I will do is begin... oh. Would you look at that? Why is it turned off? It's embedded. Okay. Why is it embedded into the ground like that, and why can't I do anything with it? Maybe because I still have to activate something. Wow, it's dark. If I'm missing something here, I'll never know. I wonder if there's ever a flashlight involved in some of this stuff. So I don't know if I said it yet or not, but I will follow one wall all the way through to properly scan everything. Nope, okay. I am going to ask you a question for you to leave a comment to. My wife and I are, at the time of the recording of this gameplay, tomorrow will be the opening day of Mario in theaters. Ooh, what's this? Hang on. Oh, I thought that was something important. It looked like a mark that I should see, but nope, never mind. First off, it's going to be the first time that we've been to theaters in forever. Question to you guys. Did you go and see it? What'd you think? Do you like that kind of stuff? I mean, come on, the Mario franchise. Oh, what have we here? The Mario franchise doesn't exactly, has not exactly done well for itself. Hello. How are you? Budding! We found the thing. We found the thing. Okay, now there's nothing else? Okay. Okay. Oh, that's right. I know where we are now. Okay. And this, I don't think I am incredibly... Maybe that's what that's all about. I don't know. All right. Well, hey, I did find that page, that handprint at least, so that's a start, right? It's a start. It's so quiet. So quiet. I am so sorry about the music, guys. If I can find the time, I'll find some music to put in here, I guess. It's just that the thing I've noticed is that recently what they have done is in the first, couple games, they have not tried to copyright their music, and that's fine. They have a right. They absolutely have a right. But the benefit of having YouTubers do what we do and make games popular again, it's very beneficial to support the cause. And if you have your stuff copyrighted, then we have to leave out that content. Once again, you absolutely deserve to be paid for it. 100%. 100%. But I would also like to be able to be paid for the effort that we are investing in it too. So it kind of goes both ways. One hand does wash another, and yeah, you get the gist. Alright, let's do the button. Oh, we cannot do the button. So we're technically locked out. Can I hit this more than once? What's the benefit of hitting it more than once? Probably nothing, but that is a very freaky sound effect, for the record. So I guess I would just have to use my little book to get back, so Relto, here we come. To Relto, to the hub. Today's non-sponsored drink of choice is Dr. Pepper. Where, if you think hard enough, you can taste the Dr. Pepper. You can taste the doctor in it. That isn't what I meant at all, okay? Alright, I am going to go and take a look around Dunny in this episode for a little bit, because I gotta admit, this place is cool. This place is really cool. And like I said, and like you said, this really does feel like a place where everyone was supposed to meet and gather and get along. Welcome to Belvin. For more information, go to the classroom. And boop. So I feel like some of these places I haven't been to yet. So I'm quickly just on the hunt, since I'm supposed to look at every little possible intricate detail. I mean, you can, as you walk through this, you can just see in your mind's eye just a ton of players all hanging out here, having chats and things like that. You know, you can feel that. Oh, I have been here before. Okay, I do remember that. Same thing. Okay, just multiple doors for the same entrance because it's pretty. Okay. Nothing special or crazy going on here. How about over here? It's a dead wall. Okay. So I guess the question is, if this was supposed to be the lobby, if you will, for the online mode, would they hide many secrets in this area? And that is the... Oh, I was wondering about this earlier. Okay, well, I at least still have voices and things turned on, so... I don't exactly recognize this. Alright, the sidestepping action really stinks. That's... Just get rid of it altogether. Do me a favor, just get rid of it altogether, and just let me slide smoothly. Okay. Alright, looks like I have to find some things to do something to this. I don't know what number that is, but let's go ahead and take a selfie. Take a picture of it. So at least I have that. Escape does not exit out of that. Okay, so I can do 2 to exit out of it. Alright. Okay. And I programmed 2. Technically F2, but for some reason my F buttons don't work. So... Alright, I see a water passageway of sorts. Am I supposed to hit these buttons? No, apparently not. Okay. So let's just walk around and get a feel of things and, you know, look at pretty pictures and a big crazy looking eyeball just sticking up looking at the sky, you know, and just, you know, find peace in the calm and collectiveness of the water. Be water. Water conforms to the thing. Ooh, hello. That's a big thing with a big number. Like, I should probably take a picture. So we're going to take a picture of that, yeah? There we go. There's a picture. We got the picture. It's stuck in my voice now. I just kind of want to roll with this for a minute, you know? Kind of feels a little bit like I don't know. It could be Canadian, eh? It could be some other kind of thing, you know? Totally works. I do not want to touch those orbs, because then I'm going to be hearing dings for the rest of the night. Not interested. Not interested. Okay, so I did check this out. Now, can I use this now? Ooh. Oh, huh? What's the sound? What's the sound? I hear a sound. Do you guys hear a sound? Am I waiting for something? Is this where I'm waiting for something? Alright, I hear it over here more. It's louder right here? Oh, it's this. Okay. Well, whatever I did. So, maybe there's something going on downstairs that I have to check out. Now that I've activated something. Alright, let me go for a little walk. Good. Oh, it's late. Oh, have I already been down here? Am I going in? Oh, hello. Thing that looks like a door, but doesn't seem to be yet. Okay. So we've already been here. Nothing over here. Oh, what's this? Same thing? Going to the same place? It looks like it. We have a winner, Johnny. Multiple ways to the same path. Doesn't that just make you feel great? That moment you feel like a doofus? Well, guess what? You are. Alright, I've already been over here. We're losing the interest of the viewer, Tim. Do something quickly. Well, it's losing my interest ever so slightly, too. So, yeah, how about that? Oh, pallets. I could use those in real life. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Alright. So we have our key now. The DRC left a mess behind them. Oh, I don't want to read. I don't want to read that. I don't want to read that. Someone translate this for me, will you? That's right. I remember. I remember all of this, but I'm supposed to check through things. Like, why is this randomly here? So let's do that. Okay. Oh, there's more. Okay, maybe that's just aesthetic. Aesthetically pleasing thing. Yeah, okay, because there's letters and whatnot. And why is it such a mess? Who left the mess? Please link to Gerasene to pick up your key. Welcome to Dunny. You know what? I should recognize that welcome to Dunny and be like, oh, I'm in Dunny. But apparently I didn't, because I'm a dummy. Lois, I'm an idiot. Yeah, okay. I really don't watch Family Guy, I just do a couple of the voices. And not nearly as well as I should, but... I make a presumption that I'm good at Stewie, which I am not, but I still try anyway. Alright, so I'm bored, you're bored, we're all bored, so I'm thinking we do the Skadoozle thing, and we make our way back to Relto. You know, Skadoodle does. And let's finagle some progress out of something else here, like this one. Ah, okay. This is actually the one I wanted to go and see because thing, you know, I was kind of hoping that this would work now. Maybe this will work. All right. Ooh. Ooh. What does this mean? Probably nothing. It's probably some doohickle thing. Oh, I can't take a picture of it. All I can do is click it. Oh. Oh, no, wait. No, wait. I changed my mind. I take it back. Oh. Oh. It's like a, okay, I'm doing this. We're doing this. Okay, that's cool. All right. That means I solved a puzzle. That means the game's over, right? We're done. Whoa, okay. That was a trippy thing. Okay, what is this? Another doohickle. I can't tell if that takes us back, but I'm not exactly ready to go back anyway. What? 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 What's the sound? What's the sound? There's freaky sounds. I swear this feels exactly like where What's-His-Face died with no arms and legs and just was a big bean screaming at What's-His-Face from the Star movie. Oh. Oh. I'm not ready to do that yet. I am ready to go here. Even though you won't let me, I'm ready to go there. Just take me there. Okay. I'm burping a lot tonight. Thank you, Dr. Pepper. So, we have weird rocks. An awful lot of damage in Dunny. This place used to be beautiful.
It's definitely not what it once was. The DRC decided to leave in a hurry. And that hurry was done because they didn't want to clean up after themselves after destroying whatever they were touching. Which looks like they were touching something real hard, because that is a
shattered stone. Stones don't shatter. So yeah, about that. Okay. More pallets that I'm assuming I can walk up and walk up this. Okay. Okie dookie. Dookie kookie. Rooney. Alrighty, Rooney. Rooney, righty. Alrighty, Rooney. Is this a door? This is a door. Oh, so that whole effort. And am I back to where I was? No, this is new. There were boats here? There were boats here. That looks like a boat. That looks like a keel with a hole in it. Usually keels don't have holes in them. Very interesting. Is it though? Not really. Do we care that much? No, not entirely. Should you read the book? Yeah, probably. Will you read the book? No, very unlikely. Will you read the book to us? Pay me. Good luck. You really don't want me reading that book to you, because it would just be terrible. What's the name of that? I just see a pyramid. So whatever the name is that of that pyramid group with the eye. that just popped into my head. Okay. Am I supposed to jump onto the boat? No, because I'll probably fall in the water and probably never come back out because it looks like mud. Looks like mud. Just slightly. Looks a little dirty. Just a little dirty.
Daddy used to be such a beautiful place. The murky brown waters just had that air of delight and smell of dead fish that you just love to wake up to in the morning. I miss it so much. But the DRC left it in destruction and absolute decay. And don't get me wrong, I used to like the smell of decay, but it changed a little when the DRC left. Decay was a thing. Decay was something you looked forward to in the morning. Now, it doesn't call to me the way it used to. Okay, so I'm assuming I'm supposed to go over there, but it's not letting me go over there, so if I can't go over there, then what's the point? What's the point? My constant statement of what's the point? We love watching these videos. They make us feel so good. And really what you're actually saying is, we watch the videos so we can fall asleep. And then what we do is we fast forward to the end and we figure out what the question he wants us to ask us so we can make him feel better. Like we watched the whole thing all the way through. Alright, come on. Let's go up the stairs and see what's going on up here. Because I don't think I've gone up here yet. What's up here? Huh, it was a store. This is where you'd buy things. And it's red. Is it something that you touch? No? Yeah, touch the red thing. It's like touching the flame. You know, that's exactly what you want to do. That is precisely what we do here. Okay, you know, you're in my way. I'd like to get by. And you're in my way. I can obviously walk through right here. You're not all that, Sir Light. Okay, anyway. If I could push those around, I could push you around. Don't make me push you around, pal. See, this too.
Oh, that's interesting stairs. Very pretty. Very pretty. Uh-oh. Do we sense a puzzle? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We take a picture now. Okay. Am I supposed to clicky or ticky? No, neither of either. Neither of either. Okay, take a picture of that one with that one. There we go. Yes, we make a little bit of progress now. So far, so good. I would like to find my way back to that one page that we saw. I don't exactly recall where I saw it, so I'm going to try and find my way back there. And actually, I think there were 2 pages that I could consider going through, but there was one. Where was the one? I think there's one in here, so I might just go. Oh, no, here's this one. This is the other one I was thinking of. Let's not do that one, because I feel like it's going to take me back to that other room, and I want to go see what this is. I feel like I should be taking notes of exactly what's going on here. It's not copyright. Alright, here we go. You ever get a zit right there? Right underneath your nose? Right there. You shouldn't touch it because it's just going to hurt. But you touch it anyway. Oh, hello. A lever that probably doesn't... Oh. What? 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 So I assume that falling in is probably not the wise move here. It won't let me take a picture of it, really. Alright, there. I took a picture of it anyway. So, I'm going to flip this. No, I'm not. It's not even letting me touch it. Well, that's just plain evil. I mean, yes, it does look broken. I am aware it does look very broken. But it looks like I'm supposed to be able to do something with it, you know? So, apparently not. I'm making a valiant effort to try and walk by and touch stuff, and it's just not... It's not... Okay, can I make this? No, it's not letting me go over there. Okay. So, nothing over here. And run and jump. Yoink! No. Interesting that it stops me there. So I can't go over here. I can't jump over here. I can't touch this, right? Can't touch that. No. Let's test another theory and look wide here. No, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay. So yeah, about that. We're going back. Okay? That's just the game plan. That's the game plan. Okay. This has been a great game so far. This is great. Yeah, solved all the puzzles. All the puzzles. All of them. Solved all of the puzzles. Okay, let's see what this one is. What's this one? Did I already go here? I feel like I already went there, but I'm going to check anyway. Okay. Whoa, hello. I have not been here yet. I will, at least I don't think I have. Let me take a pic. Woo! That burp went up my nose. Ow! Okay, I got a picture of it. Oh, wow, look at them all. They're everywhere. Okay. Alrighty. Looks like we got a couple different places we can jump to here. Alright, this whole crab crawling to the right and to the left is ridiculous. Okay, the Watcher's Sanctuary. Analysis. Arthur Simpson, transcribed from voice recorder. Age, the Watcher's Sanctuary. Date, 10/7/2002. And 4/19/03. 2 trips. Okay, where to get started? The room itself is actually pretty simple, and at first glance, doesn't seem to have much to it. Well, for your average explorer, there is actually much more here than meets the eye. Much more, at least as far as history. It's practically dripping off the walls. Fortunately, I dig that stuff. Luckily for you, I'm also better than your average explorer. Might be getting ahead of myself. Structure, circular room with a number of doorways leading off in each direction. Large staircase might need some support work. Leads to an upper level. Okay, this just doesn't work without knowing some of the history and story behind this place. I gotta start there. I've done some translation and talked with Watson. This is great stuff. Alright, the tree off the balcony. I did do a little walking around. I can't see it well. Dark, but it's an old tree. Don't know exactly when it was created, although certain style and material elements suggest as far back as the early 2000s. Long before the guy called the Watcher came around. And it's the Watcher that this place was created for, renovated for, and dedicated to from the time it was built in the late 4000s until the fall of the Dunny. The Watcher arrived during the mid-4000s and spent most of that life in hidden, secluded ages. He wrote a book called Words, a prophetical book, Nostradamus-type guy. Strange. Though it doesn't seem his prophecies caught on really well at first through a variety of events. You can ask someone else if you want to know them all. The guy became more and more popular, then faded, then popular again. You know, the deal. There was always a core group of followers, but the overall population wavered. I would imagine, depending on how accurate they viewed his visions over the course of time, a whole lot of copies of his books were printed. We found plenty of them. As I mentioned, the tree, which I still don't know how to actually get to, was built long before the Watcher. No one at the DRC seems to know exactly what it was for. Best guess is that the tree was built early on as a representation of Dunny that had come here. The new tree. They definitely had a thing for trees. So the Watcher comes along and writes some prophecies. They end up becoming pretty popular, and they do deal quite a bit with the tree, as much as Dunny Prophecies does, and an unknown guy builds this building with the tree as its focus. Seems like the building was an upper class lounge or sitting room, pub, something along those lines. The intellectuals come and discuss the philosophies and politics of the day, although there was some homage being paid to the Watcher and his thoughts and ideas. A sanctuary, or whatever you call it, whatever you want to call it, stayed successful even while ownership changed. It seems it changed as frequently as the philosophies and religious views of the people. It wasn't until Kaddish came along, yes, our good friend Kaddish, and that the thing really took off. Unfortunately, right before the fall. I've just realized I haven't moved on in the past few minutes. I'm standing in a building giving an analysis of it without moving. Gotta love history. So back to it. Since little coves nice little coves in the place wouldn't be bad at all with a cigar. And, Kaddish in the fall. Kaddish was the last guy to own it, and it seems he did some renovations. This is where the history and current day setup get interesting. Now, the Watcher spoke quite a bit in Words about someone known as the Grower. Now, the Grower is prophesied to do a number of things, and it seems there were numerous interpretations of the Grower. Some saw this person as little more than a great lord or king, while others saw this person as a superhuman miracle worker, a godlike conjuring time, space, time, and dimension, and everything else. The views on the Grower were as varied as you can imagine. What's important is that Kaddish, I want to say Kaddish, but in any case, viewed himself as the Grower, as the one the Watcher had prophesied about. As a result, he modified the pub to honor not only the prophet, but himself as well. He seemed to be intent on fulfilling as many of the prophecies as he could. So he built this puzzling path of the shell to the tree. So now we're talking about a different DRC, or DLC. Brought the Urkana book here. Kaddish was the engineer behind its construction. Brought the Annonia book here and claimed that it allowed him to travel through time back to the Dunning homeworld as it was and as it is and as it would be. Kadish claimed he wrote the book. All of these things to fulfill the prophecies, even the times of Dunny, were significant because the Watcher claimed to see visions of the past, present, and future. As a result, he wrote what he saw, never knowing if it would occur in the future. It had already occurred in the past or was occurring as he wrote. Now, people flocked to the place. Not only was it the only way to travel through time, but Kadish himself was the only one who could solve the spiral path of the shell and access the tree. In fact, he would demonstrate this ability to anyone who wanted to come and watch. Nightly challenges were held to see if anyone else could access the room. It seems no one ever did. Further confirmation of Kadish as the grower. Now, Kadish bragged that the Watcher clearly spoke of how to solve the room in his prophecies and that anyone could find the solution there. Easy to say when you did build the thing. Maybe I don't get something. Either way, good luck reading through all those and figuring out anything, let alone the solution to some kind of weird dunny puzzle. So it seems that Kadish ran the sanctuary up to the end. Obviously, at some point, we know he died. We've all seen the remains of the poor guy. An odd end for a guy that seemed to have so much. Had a book right there, but didn't use it. But that's another story. Okay, history out of the way, and I guess I should finish with this spiral path room. I'm not a big puzzle guy, but the room seems very confusing. A switch closes the door and turns on a light, and some mechanism releases the ball back to its starting point. There are numbers scratched into the walls of the maze as well. Enough of that. I can see myself going crazy in a place like this. The dunny. Oddly, there's no physical access to or from the city that surrounds the building. We know the building is up the Genteri. Nice district, but there is definitely no way to get in from the outside and vice versa. Not sure if Kadish sealed it up or if it always was, but I would bet the second idea makes it handy to limit access. If you don't have a book, you're not getting here, and that would explain why the books were never destroyed or taken. That's it for now. I'll probably get back here again after checking Arcana and Annonia. Annonia, probably that was what he meant by Annonia or whatever. Good knowing ya. Annonia. Okay, oh, so is this literally the room that he's talking about? I bet you he is. So all of this represents what he's saying, I assume. Let me look over here really quick and just get... oh, hello, a shirt. Cool. So I can, like, wear clothes. I don't have to be naked anymore. That's awesome. That's cool. So when you're saying journey clothes, you actually meant journey clothes, not journey cloths? Like, you can actually get clothes? That's pretty cool if that's the case. Seems to be the case. Especially considering that we can go back and... Hello? Hello? That does look slightly familiar, now doesn't it? Let's take a little picture of the door, shall we? And hit the little magic button. And let's see what happens. Oh, I'm wearing it! Literally wearing the... Okay. Okay. I mean... What? What? Okay, something that... Okay, we'll wait for it to happen. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. Oh, we got some lore junk going on here. 1-to-4 ratio. Oh, the big ball that's supposed to push off or whatnot. Now, Spiral, is this... I think that you're saying that this is a different DLC. I'll still take a picture of it anyway, and go along with it, but okay. So I may be in a completely different DLC at this point in time that I'm not supposed to be in if I'm following all the suggestions of my watchers, but I did kind of stumble into this, and so I kind of want to play along. Okay. Is this anything that I can mess with? Not that I can tell as of yet. Now, I'm sure there's more to it than that, but... Maybe that's the whole point. Maybe this is what he solved to set this whole thing off. Okay. Oh, wait. Huh? It's a Bible verse. Probably not, but still. Okay. Alrighty. Any other little tricks of the trade? Okay. I know it's stupid, but I do like that you can get clothes. I think that's cool. Okay. I need to wrap this up, but in saying that, I am going to go ahead and try out one of these other pages. Which one, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, should we do? And once again, I'm probably in a different DLC altogether, so let's do this one. For no other reason than just do it. Still barefoot. Leave a comment for me, my friends, and don't forget, if you enjoy this, share it out. It would mean the world to me. I would greatly appreciate it. See? I went backwards. I'm smart. Whoa. Things got trippy. Wow. You supposed to touch this? No? Okay. Whoa. Okay, that is a very long track that leads to... okay, I am going to go the other way just to see where it leads. They purposefully want you to turn around, I'm assuming. Okay. Let me see what's over here, though. Very odd textures. But a no-touchy scenario. You can see, but you can't touch. Okay. Anything else to make note of? Outside of these very interesting... Okay. Let's make our way back. All around the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. I don't know why I'm singing this song, because I'm bored to diesel. Because it rhymed. Blah, 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 blah. You know what? Sometimes I'm very thankful that my family doesn't watch my videos. Because it would be ridiculously embarrassing. My friends who actually understand what I'm doing, cool. But, yeah, like, my family, yeah, you guys can skip. I'm okay with this. That way I can continue to act like an idiot. Oh my land, this is vast. I mean, sheesh. Shaish. Oh, that is very broken. And that is a... Okay. Kind of looks like you could fall down in there and not die, but I would rather not test that theory. Definitely doesn't look like... I kind of want to try it. Nope, it's stopping me. Okay. Alright. Sure, let's meander this way. And take a look at where the monorail takes us, like at Disney World. Oh boy! Mickey Mouse gloves! All I'm missing is the Mickey Mouse ears! Hey, Minnie, where did you put my ears? Oh, now looky, 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 if it isn't the fracture. Looking at the stars, someone got artistic on the wall. That's very pretty. Okay. So, yeah. What was this thing about the monorail and junk? Going off on a whole Disney tangent sort of thing? Sure. Do. I guess I'm getting tired. I will not lie, there is a level of boredom that's going through my head. Ooh. It looks like a robot with an airplane over the top. It looks like a Disney ride, okay? Look at that. I mean, look at that. There's even a windmill over there that's like totally... This totally fits it all. I'm actually going to be able to go over there? Sure looks like it. Am I missing anything behind me? Sure, let's assume that I am and go anyway. I say. You guys tell me to look at everything. Alright, there's a bush. There's a bush.
There's a bush. There's a bigger bush. That's a little bush. That's a small bush. That's a smaller bush. There's a bush. Oh, it's a rock. It's another rock. There's another rock. That one looks more like a tooth. How am I doing? Doing good? So far, so good? Okay. I'm just doing what I'm told. Just saying. All around the mulberry, but the monkey did the weasel. When was the last time you heard that song? You know what? Probably half the millennials don't even know it. They don't know the true classics. Can I actually go up this way? Something's running. I bet you that's my doing. I bet you I started that. I bet you it's all my fault. Well, I kind of forgot there's that whole puzzle that I could go and do by jumping in that little who's-a-mo what's-it and timing things. But still. This is more interesting for my ADHD brain. So I will take out... Really? I can come up... What is the point of stairs if you can't go anywhere or do anything? Well, I am slightly bemused as I keep burping, and admittedly, I'm feeling a little sick, so I should probably stop playing the game. Now, here's another thing that us millennials used to do all the time to each other, and if I do this right, you should be very angry at me right now. Okay? And maybe some of you millennials remember this. Or zillennials, whatever the older than millennial is, because my kids that I used to teach did it to me. But maybe you remember the game where you look at each other and you go, guess what? And everyone goes, what? And you say, I lost the game. Yeah? Anyone remember this? Anyone remember the I lost the game? Remember how annoyed everyone got because they suddenly realized, oh, they lost the game too. The premise of thinking of the game means you lost the game. And we play a lot of games. And I'm going in circles and getting nowhere. So I'm assuming that this is a red herring. And I don't like fish. So I'm going to make my way out of here most likely because I don't think that there's much I can do here. So I'm going to follow this track back the other way and then I will make my way back home to Relto. There's a bush. There's a tinier bush. There's a really tiny little itty-bitty bush. And there's a big bush. Okay? I'm looking at everything. There's a bush. There's a bush. Oh, there's 3 bushes. Speaking of which, there's a rock over there. That's intriguing. Is there anything behind the randomly placed rock over here? You're like, we like the raw video. You should just keep doing the raw video. And everyone's like, no, please just edit this out. This is the worst thing ever. The answer? No. Wait a minute. Don't I have a button for that? Hang on. I think I programmed in a button. Did I program in a button? Oh, I didn't do it.
Nope.
Thank you. Okay. Well, I feel like I have made very little progress in this game that will last 20 years of gameplay. And considering the fact, after reading all of your comments and realizing the depth and breadth of what this is supposed to become, or was supposed to become, then yes. Is there actually an end to Uru, per se? Or is it like Heroes, and it was just a television series that withered on the vine? Because people didn't want it to end, but it ended anyway. I was just following this random path. Is this exactly where I was before? I bet you it is. And if so, then I'll use my book and head back to Relto. Oh my, would you look at that? We're going back to Relto. Let's do it. My friends, thank you so very much for watching today's episode. I do hope that you've enjoyed it as I try to find the button for the next one. Okay, is it this one? Here it is. I think this is it. So thank you so much for watching. Keep it crispy. First Tim 412. Yes, we are playing Uru, and if you do enjoy it, please share. It means the world to me here. We'll go ahead and do the ding. There you go. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Humongous thank you to every single one of you that make this a reality and support me as I continue to make crazy content like this. You mean the world to me. Hey, let's get a Bible verse going on here. Go and get the awesome U version on your phone.
so you can get a Bible verse a day. Today, Matthew 21:21, and Jesus answered them, "Truly I say to you, if you have faith and do not doubt, you will not only do what has been done to the fig tree, but even you say to this mountain, be taken up and thrown into the sea. It will happen." Go and figure out what that means in context. Matthew 21:21. Matthew is a very good book to read through. Go and spend some time in there. That'll do it. Until next time, keep it crispy, my friends. 1 Tim 4:12. I'll see you later.